Good morning and welcome. My name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir, and after a little bit of prep work, we're ready to play some D&D this morning. Or if we're not, I am. So we're going to get the game up and running. I want to do a quick round of the table. We're actually finishing our session 0 because we added 2 new players and we rounded the table out, which is exciting and fun. And I'm looking forward to the game even more than I was before. And I was already looking forward to it like crazy because what else says Saturday morning coffee like writing a D&D game that you didn't intend to write but then stumbled onto? I don't know. Exactly. But if we could go around the table and introduce ourselves, who we are, where we can be found, and who we've made up as our character to start this campaign off with. And we'll just go around starting with That Other Pond.
Everyone, I'm That Other Pond. You can find me streaming at That Other Pond, where I play a lot of Fire Emblem and maybe opening Pokemon cards on Sunday. Need to check that.
And is that you asking me if that's what we're doing?
Yes, right now.
Okay.
And I play Lady Marie, and she is heir to the Empire, and on a little voyage for democracy or whatever, something.
Cool.
Okay, and then we head over to Les.
Hello. My name is Les. You can find me nowhere because I don't stream and I don't intend to.
You can find her on the Twitters.
Well, you're not wrong. I do occasionally use the Twitters once every 6 months, as most people in their 30s do. It's currently 11:25 p.m. for me, so I just thought I'd put that out there because we talked about it last time. And I am playing Ellis, who is a variant human warlock take on an eldritch knight. And she is, did we decide on her ranking? Are we rolling with corporal?
If she has a rank and she hasn't been sponsored into an officership, then she would be at most a sergeant in the Imperial Guard.
Well, that's a lot of words that I don't understand.
We're gonna go with sergeant. Master.
Oh, well, she's got the money, but she is the primary protector of the heir to the throne, and it is completely professional. I promise. Nothing's happening.
Well, the funny thing, Paul makes a good point. The funny thing about the time period I'm basing this off of, you can't get busted down from officership because you paid for it. So
yes, I paid for it.
Yeah, you buy your commission. So like maybe your parents sponsor you as an ensign, and then you make enough money and you raise some money and they give you more money and you buy a lieutenantship, and you kind of work your way. But you can never be busted down. That was one of the problems with the armies of the time to a degree. Except parents would never. The TED Talk about 18th century military will be held at noon in place of my usual D&D game. We'll go around the table.
You just tell me what it is, and know that my secret wife paid for it, and I'll just wear the title. How's that sound?
Done. I will be updating the overlay while Daddy Wisdom does his intro.
Let's go.
Awesome. Hello. My name's Daryl, also known as Daddy Wisdom across Twitch. I am generally a variety streamer who talks too much, especially about food. We really like cheese. We've done a lot of cheese reviews. Last count, it was 307. And there's more to go. Anyway, I digress. I am the Reverend Boddington, who basically needs to be away from where he currently is. He's a cleric, but he doesn't know it. So he is actually somebody who's got a background and just needs to be out of the general vicinity where he is right now, and has made that happen, and has ended up on the bitter victory with the characters you see around you. So that's me.
Okay, and then we slide over to Snafu Al.
I'm Snafu Al. I stream over on twitch.tv/SnafuAl. I'm a Vermintide speedrunner and play a lot of escape rooms. And I will be playing Innis, a half-elf artillerist who gets to play with cannons and is desperately hunting for funding because all his tinkering and breaking things kind of runs up the bills.
I have questions. It's more shop talk, really, actually, but I do have questions.
Yes, another artificer for me. And once again, the comment was, if you say you can do it, you can do it. And please, for the love of God, don't lie to me about it. Because I'll figure it out eventually, and then I'll be sad. Because the artificer is the one I've never fully wrapped my head around yet. And if you've ever been by one of our Wednesday night games with Molly, she hasn't fully wrapped her head around it yet either. Which makes it even more fun, because it's every question starts off with, can I? Stuff. Me. Maybe? And
I've just about wrapped my head around the battlesmith that I DM for in another game, but I'm learning the artillerist now. So, adventure.
yay. And welcome, Darth. And we're glad you woke up for it. Also having to wake up for it. Jenna, do you want to do your intro?
Sure. I'm Jenna Jaggers, also known as Mandalorian on either Twitter or Instagram. I do have a Twitch that I have never used or streamed from, so that's fun. I'll be playing Sadie, a human bardlock. She played fiddle her whole life and then sold her soul for rock and roll to beat the devil in a fiddle contest. And she has a pet duck named Comfy.
That's a nice looking duck, that.
It's a pretty goofy looking little thing.
Is the Reverend bothering waterfowl again?
Hey, that was a misunderstanding, and you well know it. All right.
Yes. And we have an agreement that the duck is off limits for fatal harm.
Right.
That is fine.
Which is something that
Don't use him for artillerist practice, though. Like, he's not target practice.
I could make some kind of duck launcher.
Confy might be into that, actually.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
the dad
boy.
joke at this point, which I'm not going to do. Or maybe it will. No, I won't.
That's a very handsome duck. Did that end
Can
up in
ducks
our
be handsome?
Did that end
Can
up in
we
our
clarify that? Actually, are ducks handsome?
copy? Hang on, let me put it over into our Discord. Let's see here. And then yes, we'll be kind of good to go. Let's see, copy image. Now I can copy it. Discord is so freaking wonky about these things. Oh, you beat me to it.
I stand
Okay.
corrected. The duck can be handsome. I've just seen the
Indeed,
picture.
indeed.
That's a handsome duck you've got there.
And we love our lurkers, Jessica. Thank you for joining us. So really quick before we get too deep into things, usually on session 0 we do a lot of other fun character stuff, and then we end with the safety stuff. I'm going to actually open with the safety stuff because I want to make sure I've done it, and I don't know how our timing's going to go. At the table, because especially with so many voices at once, things can get lost in the shuffle. The Zoom chat is like my go-to for anything you need to let me know about that either is being lost in the shuffle or you don't necessarily want to shout at the table because it might feel a little weird to say something. We do have at least 2 characters, and I won't say which, that may or may not be involved in a romantic relationship. So romance is on the table for the game. And whenever you open the door to romance in the table, you open the door for things to maybe make a player feel a little uncomfortable with what's going on. So at any time, you can ask for a fade to black. If there's a romance happening, you can also say that you are playing a yellow card or just bring up yellow. I'll interpret that as, hey, this is not totally my jam. Either wrap it up, move on, or change course. If at any time you tell me that there's a red going on, so you say you're playing the red card or just say red, I'll know to cut the scene. Usually we stop the stream for a bit. The last time we did it on stream, we didn't have to. We just talked right through it. But all 5 of us at the table were cool, saying let's just dive into this conversation and get it done. And I'm also deputizing Pond to be monitoring the non-private Zoom chat to let me know if I've missed something. Because I do have a lot of windows open over here. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes I'm not always watching the Zoom chat as close as I should be. It kind of gets lost in the old shuffle of windows. I need a 4th monitor is what it really boils down to. 3 is just not cutting it. I need to go full villain layer and have another bank of monitors up high.
It's a good idea. Dono goal, mate.
Mrs. Noir says I can't. She says once I add a 4th monitor, I need to start hiring minions. And apparently you're supposed to pay them. That's when it's less offensive.
Just a little monitor, just on the side. You all right?
So there's that. Yes, power. Indeed. Mostly, I just miss when people ask for pee breaks. That's when I'm the worst at. So it helps to have her monitoring for that. That's usually that's like my big go-to for the safety stuff. Also, and this is for Jenna and Snafu who weren't here. And you don't have to say it out loud. You can use Discord or Zoom chat to share it if you want. If you think of it now. And that is any like off the table stuff. Because I'll be totally honest up front, you are never going to deal with people's eyes being removed, eyes being poked, eyes being cut. I don't do eyeballs. It wigs me out a lot. But feel free to give me anything that you think is like, hey, this could happen. Please don't. Case in point, killing the duck.
Yes.
But that's not a thing that's going to happen. There will be no everyone back up or the duck gets it. Because okay, that could happen, but everyone will know the duck's not going to get it.
Maybe the duck is just immortal and we use him to like go over traps.
It could be
we will have to
discuss. Could be a Zeus thing going on. He liked to kind of disguise himself as a bird, and then stuff happened, didn't it? But
a lich duck.
A being in disguise as a duck.
Mm.
Tired of the ponds of the Feywild.
It's the spirit of the All-Father in a duck.
Well, this duck has a better backstory than me.
Yeah, he's an absolute menace also.
A menace.
Okay.
Absolutely.
But how does the duck get along with the ship's cat?
Oh.
He's definitely tried to like snap at the tail a little bit, pulling it with his little bill. Just follows him around with his little feet.
Yeah, whoever in Bovington does not like that.
I smell a sitcom.
Have some words later.
That's going to be our new Sunday morning game. We're going to be bringing back 2 of these 6 players Sunday mornings at 8 a.m. One will be playing a duck and one will be playing a cat.
I know what shenanigans will be had.
Oh, yes. There's the basis of... I've seen worse sitcoms, definitely.
Exactly. Okay, let's see what we're at. From a world point of view, as we were talking last time in a kind of review, very, very brief review, you are sailing out of an empire area. The empire is relatively undefined, and if you have questions, you ask them to Les and Pond. I'm not doing any of that world building. They did. So, however that works. The only exception is is I have full say over how the military works because I have studied 18th and 19th century militaries. I get to play with my historical knowledge for a rare time.
That is you all day. You can have it.
Which I like. As Pond mentioned in her intro, her character represents the most noble of the party, and in that she is literally heir to the imperial throne and is out exploring and on a diplomatic mission into what are called the Stout Isles. That's where your ship is currently heading. The Stout Isles are a confederacy under a king, specifically King Victor the First. I changed that from King Arthur because I realized after I was going back through my notes that there actually has been a King Arthur, and I feel awkward having that as an NPC. Plus, he was actually kind of a decent king, so felt a little awkward throwing that in there. So that's where that's at. We start off on the ship the Bitter Victory, which once had a chaplain, specifically Adam Samuels, who disappeared while you were in port and didn't arrive for the opening roll. Fortunately, before you set sail, a particular Reverend Boddington appeared and endeared himself enough to the crew to get hired. So that's how he ended up on the boat. Lieutenant Ellis has also been assigned as the bodyguard to Lady Marie, which, works out because it's good to have a particular guard. Other world building stuff. We have guns. We have cannons. We have lots of things that make boom and smoke. And all handguns are considered single-use items and will generally follow crossbow damage scales to keep life easy. The biggest thing, and this is, again, being a bit of a nerd for history, you cannot reload a flintlock firearm in a combat round while dodging attacks. It just doesn't work. It's hard enough to do when you're not dodging attacks, having had to do it before, and it would take 2 full combat rounds to complete. I'm kind of a stickler on that stuff. Which, that said, if you really want to, you can. But you're better off doing the single shot, throw it to the side, and draw a sword. Did I miss anything major in the world building that we talked about in all of our brainstorming? That's kind of Pond, Les, and Daryl.
I think you're
Cat-
good.
Yeah, the ship's cat is definitely off limits.
Oh, yes, the cat. The cat has a name, too. We settled on Whiskers McCavity III.
Very regal. I like it.
Mm.
Yep, normal Earth gravity, yeah. This probably should have been a 7th Sea game, but I didn't want to have to reteach the mechanics to everybody and wonder how it would work on stream. Good afternoon, Zoggy. So there's all of that. Okay, so we have that. So before we get started, we have one last ritual that we have to force upon our new people. He said going to his cheat sheet and adding some rows and columns to it. One of the things I picked up from another amazing role-playing game is the background traits from Kids on Bikes. And so we find that for session 0, that's a great way to give everybody a little bit of something to kind of flesh them out and to start with a certain amount of backstory for each of the characters. Now that we're at 5 at the table, this last time we did this, Les was like, I don't know if I can do this. It might take too long. And then because we only had 3 people, it didn't take very long. But having added...
Pond said it would take too long because she thought I had to go to bed. And I was like, let's do more, remember? And then
Yes.
shit happened.
You were
Like,
right.
yeah, I was fucking
I was going to
ready.
say, it wasn't
Like,
beer, it was some sort of fortified wine buzz, wasn't it? Can't remember what it was.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first question we have to address, as far as the backstory goes, is who knows who as they're coming in. And my read on this is that perhaps our bard and our artificer have already been on the crew of the Bitter Victory for a time.
Works for me.
So
Yeah.
that will give you guys some common backstory. And then I feel like Ellis just knows people.
I've been around.
So that also opens up that. And then we'll have the unknowns for the others. So let me, for my bookkeeping, add a few more of these things in here so I can write down what we all come up with. And this is going to be... one above. All right, so here, the other fun thing about this, for those who aren't familiar with it, and Jenna, I don't know if you've ever used the Kids on Bike stuff before in your
If not.
DMing. Okay, so I have a list of questions that I'm going to randomly generate. I'm not going to ask them of you. I'm going to ask them of everybody else at the table.
Cool.
And they're going to tell you about your character. Now, the good news in this is that it's mostly their character's impression of yours.
Okay.
So it's not as painful as it could be. Usually.
Bring it on.
It can get a little bit fun. Let's see. So let me just get the last. Let me get you in here. Let's see. And Sadie. There we go. Now I've got it all where I can see it all. So what we're going to do is since Les is familiar with this, we're going to dive right in and ask what Ellis knows or thinks about the Bardlock Sadie. In particular, well, this will be interesting. What item did Sadie give to Ellis that she treasures?
I want to say that they have had an encounter in the past, and it was years ago, because Ellis used to be a mercenary, but and I want to say that they crossed paths, and she gave her a potentially stolen sapphire necklace that she holds onto, that she still has. And she's never told anyone why.
I'm not going to ask.
It's better for the questions to not ask, not be asked
Yep.
for that one.
Yep.
Who's to say?
Sapphire, ruby or sapphire, you said?
Sapphire.
Pon, stop blowing up my DMs. I'm not answering any of your questions about whether or not they hooked up. Leave me alone.
I just nobody said it. Nobody said it. It was waiting for you to say it.
That's not at
Seriously,
all what I
it
messaged
was
you.
just a knowing.
I just said wow in all caps.
All the guys sat here scratching our beards going, nope.
It's not something that I want to put on someone just in case, you never know. If you're down for it, I'm down for it. But
I mean, sapphire, sapphic, it works. It works.
I know those
let's
bars.
go.
Oh dear, I see trouble in paradise brewing actually. Yeah.
I'm here to stir no trouble.
Okay, let's just quash that right now. We're at a Dungeons and Dragons game table with an 18 plus on it. You are absolutely here to stir trouble. We all are here to steer trouble. That's why we do that.
True.
Okay,
Love
but
it.
here's the twist.
It's gay. It's a gay necklace.
Um,
Put that in the notes. It's a gay necklace.
I will put that in the notes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm not going to do that one. That's not going to be as interesting. Nope, that doesn't. It's not great either. Let's do that. Oh. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep talking about what's going on with this necklace, perhaps. At some point years ago, Ellis hurt Sadie. Why can't she apologize?
Ooh.
Because she doesn't know that she hurt her.
Oh right. Yeah.
Okay. Bad.
Is that like that? Is it Westlife or Take That who did it? The one where it's like whatever I said, whatever I did, I didn't mean it. And it's actually a really non-apology, isn't it? Because it's like I don't know, I did. Sorry. You know, you know what I mean?
That'll work. All right. So now we're gonna let Jenna have some fun. And I feel like let's keep going with this interesting drama we've got going. So we've talked.
Yeah.
We've mentioned that Pond is playing Marie, who is the heir to the throne.
Mm-hmm.
So in that context, well, you don't know her very well. You've never really met her before she came aboard the ship. So what is it that Sadie is hoping to learn about? God, this is really adding drama. About Marie in order to manipulate her.
Ooh. I think she would be trying to learn about subtle nuances because she is going to end up writing a love song for
me.
Yes, exactly. But she'll be like, oh no, Marie commissioned this from me. And then I'll have something over on her to have like her, so to speak, balls in my hand.
Okay. Bond. You want a chance to get in on all of this, don't you?
Of course.
Cool. So if we're talking about the artificer, why was your only brief interaction with Innis so positive?
So I imagine being an artificer and like a tinkerer and everything, just there's like a lot of magic involved in things versus she really hates like guns. She thinks they're really like dumb and barbaric in a way. And not really, like useful, I guess, especially if it's like the one you toss it out, like that's just dumb. So probably someone who is tinkering with the nuances of magic over gunpowder is probably pretty interesting to her.
Okay.
I
Fascinated
mean,
by
given my primary weapon is essentially a wand on a pistol grip, then
I have a gun. What do you mean?
You don't use it.
No, you're not wrong. This is for sure.
not in combat.
Yeah, she's
anyway.
definitely interested in like that type of weaponry.
Cool. Okay, snafu. Let's see. Trying to find a spot. Oh, the Reverend. Who we also said is an unknown quantity, having just joined the ship. Well, you wanted drama, you're getting it. What do you hope to gain by humiliating this relative stranger?
I think, fairness, it's not so much specifically about humiliating this relative stranger. It's Ennis is quite introverted and thinks if I humiliate the new chaplain, it will endear me to the rest of the crew, and I'll have friends. And then maybe someone will listen to me talk about the mechanical functionings of clockwork devices I've made.
Okay. So jealous of the Reverend's popularity, kind of,
He's
Yeah.
pretty popular.
and sucking the air out of the room all the damn time. I feel that's a fair summary. Daryl. Let's see. Let's go to. Let's get back talking about that bard. Someone you don't know. How far would you go to get to know this character and why? How far would the Reverend go to get to know Sadie?
And the Reverend doesn't like loose ends. Doesn't like mysteries. That can be very dangerous in my previous life. So I think from a more kind of a self-preservation point of view, I really, really need to know who they are and whether they're going to be a problem. That kind of thing. So problems have a habit of going away in my immediate vicinity, as we can attest to the fact that I'm on this ship. Rest in peace, Mr. Adam Samuel. And yeah, thank you, Les. Yeah. So I think I'd be very much motivated by just making sure that they are one of us. Yeah, kind of on our side. Just a general safety precaution, because if I feel they would be a problem, well, we're in the sea's very deep, and rocks are heavy, and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of just finding out, who they are, just from a. I think we said this before, didn't we? Snitches get stitches and all that kind of thing, So it's that's where I'm coming from. Very guarded initially until I know who they are a little bit better.
You would know if Sadie wasn't on your side already. So,
Well,
But is he
see,
sure?
I don't know. I don't know that. You see, but this is the thing. I'll find out whether there's a threat here. But I mean, I am leaning as kind of like we've always established that the Reverend is an animal lover and fully agrees with the policy against no cat harm on the ship. The fact that you have a genuinely handsome duck, he quite likes. It's a nice duck. And now that he understands he can't eat it, he's going to be very respectful of your duck as well. Just being a general animal. Somebody who likes animals, Again, part of his complexity, considering his background, I think.
Yeah. All right, we're back over to Jenna, and we do know that she's had some interactions with Innes. Sadie and Innes have been crewing together for some time. So what is Sadie's first memory of Innes?
Sadie's first memory of Innes was seeing all the different like gunpowder and whatnot, all like the tinker's tools. And I'm like, so if we combine my magic and the gunpowder, could we make things explode even bigger? And he's like, son of a bitch, I'm in. And that's how they became good friends.
Bonded immediately over. Boom.
Big boom.
And then we can put it on the back of one of the ship's cannons. And we will blow any other ship out of the water. I need to write this down.
Mythbusters, this, isn't it?
Oh, God. No, if you're going to go Mythbusters, you have to make 5 different size cannons.
Yeah.
Each one gets
Innes
tweaked.
is the sort of person who would have a kind of a monorail view of thinking if something's really exciting them. That's just my thinking. I don't, He says, yes, we must find out if this works.
Okay. Let's see. The flip side, though. What part of this character's personality scares you? What part of Innes is Sadie legitimately scared of?
Maybe the fact that he puts his work a little bit before people, and she is a person and is a little concerned about such. And the fact that he keeps suggesting about confit and cannons.
Okay.
But she is down if you make a duck-sized cannon for confit to load, like he can man the cannon or duck the cannon.
Seems reasonable. Let's see here. Where do we need to keep filling stuff in? There and there and there. Hey, Rowdy. Good morning, afternoon. And forever DM Justin, man, I hear you. Maybe that's what I'll change my. I've been thinking about rebranding. Let's see. Next up, we're gonna actually hop over to Snafu, and I want to hear what Snafu knows about Ellis. In particular, let's see. You guys have bumped into each other before. So what does what does Innes admire about Ellis, but has never said?
Sheer confidence. Innes wants to be liked. I want to be able to express myself, and Ellis absolutely can and is very successful in doing so. I wish I could do that.
Can never quite bring himself to say it either.
No. Because that would take too much confidence to actually speak to her.
Ooh. Okay, so in the time, though, that you have crossed paths with Lieutenant Ellis, what's the most dishonest thing you saw them doing?
Most dishonest.
Pure as the driven snow, you don't.
And this is pretty open given the current state of things.
Probably just not being one for a regular sleep schedule, what with too many ideas in the head, I think Innes is probably seen as in and out of rooms that she's technically not supposed to be in at times she's not supposed to be in them.
That's fair. And consistent. Let's see, who do we still have to get through? Pond. Tell us about the artificer. In particular, in the short time you've come to interact with them, what strange record does he hold aboard ship?
A strange record? Probably most unexpected explosions.
Okay.
Just probably known, like, within him is like within 10 feet of him is probably like a somewhat risky radius to be in, and she's probably been informed to probably not get too close because like something could literally explode. Not that it's his intention, but
I was just trying to fix the captain's watch. How does clockwork explode?
Minimum MSD is 10 feet. Got it. That works. Let's see. Okay, we've got two still to two. I'm doing my head count here. All right, we need to hop over to Jenna. We've got a question for you about Boddington.
Yes.
That particular question is going to be, what trait about Boddington do they Boddington, despise, but you, Sadie, genuinely appreciate? That is one of my favorite questions in the list.
I think their inquisitive nature that can lead them into sticky situations. Sometimes maybe they rather not know the answers to the questions they ask. But I think it's pretty snazzy.
Okay.
You need to get off this desk.
Okay, there's that. Let's see. Daryl. Quick question about our artificer. What volunteer work? What does he always seem to be volunteering to do around the ship?
Innes. I guess from his observation of his kind of tinkering nature, and like you say, he wants to be liked via being useful, and helpful. He probably is always offering to kind of create some sort of labor-saving shortcut for something, maybe to different, middling success. But he, there's a definite trait that he's always thinks that he's got something for that. Yeah. So, this cooking's taking forever. Oh, I've got a device for that could maybe speed it up, and people are not sure, because it's a big wooden boat and he's talking about using fire or a magic equivalent thereof, or there's something else going on about, these sails are not very efficient. Maybe I've got something there that can maybe generate more wind or something, and just there's a definite trait that he's always thinking about, again, that tinkering nature. There's always something that, whatever the topic is, there's always invariably something where he wants to kind of think, is there something that I've got a device for? Because people will then respect me and like me, rather than, like you say, this talking that he's struggling with, this idea of just being relaxed around people,
That works. All right. It seems he's kind of fleshing out that direction. Let's see. I need. Let's go to. Snafu. From what little Innes has come to know Lady Marie. Yeah, we just had talked about volunteer work, so we're not doing that again. Nope, not doing that one either. Oh, who does Marie have a feud with on the ship in the short time she's been aboard?
I think quite possibly the captain. I think, if I remember from the discussion, that this is Lady Marie's first real time away from things, and having to be sort of reined in from exercising that authority, where at sea, captain's word is meant to be law. And that grates a little.
Got it. Okay. So that goes there. And okay. Conflict with the captain. That goes there. Jenna.
Yes.
You haven't had a chance to talk about your relationship with Ellis yet.
What about the relationship?
Let's see. Now you guys I forgot you guys know each other. So we're gonna
What particular tea is being spilled here?
We're gonna get to the right collection of questions. What's the bravest thing she's ever done? That you've seen.
Bravest thing she's ever done.
That you've seen.
That I've seen.
That you've seen.
She, after one of my tavern shows got a little rowdy, one drunk patron was threatening another, like smash the bottle, like about to be a full-on bar fight. She smashes 2 bottles and then puts herself in between it and is like, absolutely not. And then she let me finish my show.
Solid.
A true patron of the arts, you might say.
That kind of explains the necklace.
Yes.
I can see that immediately following. That kind of tracks. On the flip side, I have zero expectations. What is Ellis doing, either knowingly, unknowingly, that hurts Sadie?
I think the fact that she keeps the necklace but doesn't wear it is just like this very mixed signals, and Sadie's just like, the fuck.
I had zero expectations. I just want to make that very clear. Okay, let's see. We need 1, 2, 3. We got just a few left. Yes. Okay. Pond. I'm losing track. I think I may have done this already, but if I have, we're doing it again. What bad reputation does Sadie have on the ship?
Well, besides the fact that there might have been a history there, that I wouldn't say that's a reputation though. Perhaps being, well, especially because there was rumor going on that she was helping make big booms happen with the artificer. And like perhaps she's known to be like a little bit of a wild card at times, especially maybe if when the party gets going and, you know, that rock and roll comes out, it gets a little hectic.
So reputation being a wild card when it comes to the music and the party and the oops, was that important?
Yeah.
Checks out.
Checks. Okay, Snafu. So Innes and Sadie have had some history. What plan do they have that excites Innes? What plan have you two hatched?
The most powerful magic powered cannon on the ocean blue.
Oh yeah.
We're talking that island is in our path and we don't want it there.
Fuck yes.
Who put the heir to the throne on this fucking ship?
And, I have concerns about Innis.
I have zero.
Swear I've got the theory down. I just need to actually do it.
Oh my god. Get me out of
Oh,
here.
but Snafu, just so you know, Pond is in another game where I know it will work in theory, does not fly. I'm just going to put that out there. Usually they want more than that, apparently. What secret is Innes keeping from Sadie that they would be devastated if they found it?
I'm going to roll into the drama with I think he's got a crush. There's another member of the crew who is outgoing and, by nature of being a performer, knows how to work a crowd and has the charisma. And he's just over here in the corner.
Yeah. That's fair. When she breaks out the REM, it hits a little close to home. A song that is way harder than it needs to be on Beat Saber.
Innis down there playing Radiohead in the.
Do you really need to be playing Creep?
Oh no! Oh, he's playing Radiohead again.
And that now fills out the table. That is everybody to everybody. I will again recommend heavily to everyone that does RPGs, Kids on Bikes, published by Renegade Games. If you never play it for Kids on Bikes, those tables are worth the $20 for it, because it is. And as far as RPGs go, it's probably my second favorite RPG after Dungeons and Dragons, just because of the philosophy behind it. So it's definitely worth the pickup. But that's where all those questions came out of. You can get half the questions for free on their website. So they do make some of the tools available if you'd rather just do that. But I love doing this to start off every game, because it fleshes the characters out in ways that the answer 20 questions usually quite doesn't. And it gets everyone together now. And I suddenly understand now why. I think I can answer Ellis's question, which is good. Is Streamlabs still drunk? Streamlabs is still drunk. I have to go turn those timers off. I thought I was on top of things before this morning. I apologize heavily for that.
Early.
So, it is early, so we're going to turn off the convergence stuff. And I don't have a timer yet for you all. I'll do that soon. It's coming. I'll get it there. I'll put that there. Okay, so backstory is done. PCs know something about each other. There's pets, poops, and pathos. Sure, we'll go with that. What I'm going to do is I like to set the scene a bit. And curiously enough, let me pop up a picture of the ship here from our combat
Can I
map.
go to the bathroom? Okay, I'll wait. I'll hold it. I'm an adult.
Yes. There's nothing in...
It's not been 20 minutes.
I'm watching the Zoom chat. Nothing has happened.
Yeah, well, I can say it out loud. I'm a grown woman.
Fair.
I gotta go piss, girl, but I'll hold it.
You know what?
No, I'm good.
This is what
I'm
you
good.
signed up for.
I did. Womp. So
Set the scene. wreck
curiously
it?
enough, I have been planning not to make use of this little like powered engine room on the battle map I found.
Wrong.
But now that we have clearly added a character who is there specifically to run the magical machinations that power the ship, that's definitely in there. So part of the artificer's job is to keep the engine running when sail power is not feasible. It's one of these new things they use for high speed travel.
I'm guessing I've been told off repeatedly for trying to improve its performance without permission.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah.
The ship itself is not a very large ship. It is hoped when the ship sets sail that by flying not only the Imperial colors, but those of the Imperial Admiralty, that the ship would be granted safe passage as a diplomatic vessel. It's a 6-gunner. Everyone has been given quarters aboard it. The scene will open actually with a gentleman reminding the captain, excuse me here a sec, that while there may be some disagreements as to the course, that he is indeed the captain. The gentleman making the case to the captain is none other than, checking my notes, there it is, Sir, to which the captain responds, Sir Hamilton, I appreciate that. But if you would just keep her ladyship in her quarters then, the ship will run much more smoothly. Patrick Stewart smooths back his hair. You are the captain. She is the heir. You will find a way to make it work. And then he takes himself below. Sir Hamilton Q. Shinglesworth has had his hands full keeping peace aboard the Bitter Victory. And as the hour has grown later, different crew have started to stow the guns, finish up their work for the day. People are starting to bed down for the night, and that just means it's time for Sadie to make sure nobody sleeps anytime soon. In fact, things are going quite swimmingly. There's music, there's some merriment. You have your assigned rooms. Good morning, Obi-Con. Whether or not you are in them is up to you. You have full freedom to move your token wherever you would like to be. I will preempt that by throwing Sadie into the common room.
Excellent.
In the center.
Yeah,
of the ship.
Sadie has her fiddle out, and Confused, being the menaced duck that he is, just like loudly flapping his fucking feet on the tables to the beat of her song.
That's one very talented duck.
One duck percussion section.
Exactly. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, though, there's no way to mistake that the sudden motion of, well, let me start that over. As you're doing your thing, you do not miss the sound of the ship's bell ringing 3 times in rapid succession. Pause. 3 times in rapid succession. And you watch as one of the cabin boys runs back into the storeroom at the aft of the vessel, and then come charging through the common room with his drum at his hip. He flies up the stairs and immediately begins to pound on it. Tat, 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 pat, 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 tat, tat, and everyone starts to move with that constant motion. Reverend, I will assume, will be somewhat perplexed by this, as will the nobles aboard, to which, at the first unknowing glance, a random crew will simply say, they've sounded general quarters. The cause of that we will talk about in about 5 minutes after everyone gets their water, gets their coffee, or relieves themselves of either.
Awesome.
See you back here then.
Sorry.
The one that's between Chrysanthemum and her bottle.
Yes. Yes. That's a dangerous place to be for many reasons.
You're swinging again.
Oh man,
Wow,
this
this guy is
guy.
tough.
Tough guy.
What's up with this guy?
He's
What? What? This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen. All right, we're going. Let's go.
Okay.
And followed by the smite. Come on, Timber. We got this.
I mean, if he doesn't go down now, I don't know.
And
but
he finally drops
Yes.
and is out of the scrap. Gets to the guy that he goes in, he does a few loops, he comes back out and beep.
Okay. Beep once if there's dead bodies in there. Beep twice. No, that doesn't work. All right, beep twice. No, that doesn't work. Okay, beep. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna see if I can sneak up. Like, see if I can sneak up and find a widow to kind of like. It's not really the sharpest tack in this box. David.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we assume this guy is bad.
Oh, he's super bad.
Well, you know.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
Good.
I mean, he keeps on trying
have-
to. He's a dick. He keeps on trying to coerce Irina into coming up to his castle and fucking die, become a vampire lady, and she's not into it.
Well, I mean, okay.
Go ahead and roll me a performance check. Maybe the dice are going to favor you at the moment.
Also,
Can't be an intimidation? I can't like intimidate the rhyme
No.
with my music. Okay.
No.
Well,
Can
I
you
thought I would
do
try.
This in intimidation music.
Or
though.
I can't persuade them to
No.
not sing with my music. Okay.
What's up, Molly?
Can we do anything when we're singing, or is that like it takes up our whole action?
Oh, it doesn't.
Come on.
It doesn't. Oh, good lord. Yeah,
Finally.
I'm over here
I
trying.
finally can bard. For just
Yeah.
let me bard. I never get to bard. I'm always doing failing rolls when it comes to bard skills.
The bard
This
is
the
being
first
the
time.
But you're barding when it's most important.
It's about time.
MVP.
Sweden is my lucky country.
No
All right.
kidding.
Yeah.
Special and like not forced or anything. It's brilliant. I think the quote I have in particular is actually came from chat, which was the spell slide into DMs, which then became a spell. That's just it's very endearing. So I love it.
I'm going to follow it up by saying that the reaction to receiving a message spell was an absolute, just as far as role play goes. Oh, jeez.
Boy, that sucks. Like, I feel bad for him. Like, hey.
I've never seen this before.
Unspeakable brutality.
Yeah, a little closer. Go to the right. Oh no, I dropped down. Oh no, I'm under us.
I think they're sinking.
Yeah, they're
Okay, drop the anchor so we can collect our stuff.
Guys, why am I?
I legit have been screaming.
Let's go.
That's a note to come back from. And it kind of fits, too. So, as mentioned, the crew are scrambling almost as fast as she clears her fiddle from for herself from the fiddling position. Sadie's actually, I'm going to assume, helping set the ship for combat.
Yeah, she's a little confused at first because she thought they were just like joining in to play some music, especially when they're like with a drum. So she's like, oh, and then like really, and then she's like, fucking hell, all right, and then walks up to the deck.
Boddington is definitely, he's part of the party, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, he's got experience in violent situations, so even if he wasn't sure what the drums meant, he can tell immediately that something, some incident is about to happen. So the kind of general instincts kick in at this point just to find out what's going on.
Okay. Meanwhile, Sir Hamilton will pop his head into the stateroom with Ellis and Lady Marie. Are you well?
What is this commotion that's going on?
A ship's been spotted, approaching very quickly. The captain's sounding general quarters as they are not flying a flag.
All right, should we go up and look?
No.
Come on.
I'll go.
And I'm
And we leave the lady alone?
You can stay.
But
We can trade.
If you feel your place as her guard is to go investigate the goings-on above decks while her chaperone remains present, I will not argue with you, Lieutenant. And then he steps out of the doorway.
Don't be long. If you're looking at what's going on, as soon as you know, please come back.
I'm surprised that you would let me go in the first place.
Well, I'm very curious, and I won't be that far behind, really.
Yes, you will. You're confined to these quarters for a reason.
Be back quick.
I can stay if you want.
I'd prefer it.
I just assumed you would rather know the truth of the matter.
And that's why I'm letting you go.
Fair enough. And I am out of there.
All right. Anyone else going above deck?
Innes would, but the chaperone just sort of stepped out of that room and is in this corridor, and excuse me.
Oh, yes. Quite sorry, young man. He steps back, makes a hole for you to slip past him. Where is the Reverend going to head in this chaos?
I think I'd just generally follow the crowd. So everybody's going upstairs, he's comfortable around this kind of stuff. So he's just like, so much going down here. Let's go find out, shall we? Oh, this will be a bit interesting, won't it? So he will amble upstairs, not with any particular urgency or concern, but more out of just professional interest. What's going on?
Okay. As those who are going up top make their way onto the main deck, you're caught by the fact that it is incredibly dark. Normally at night you still have some sliver of moon, you still have some bit of light from the stars. The lights from around the ship's deck are being caught up in this fog that has rolled in. And you can just barely make out the ship in the distance. And it's definitely heading along a course that's going to make you, to intercept you. Captain Barlow is shouting out orders for the starboard guns to be prepped. Men are moving and women are moving left and right. He's ordering the sails up, and he looks at Innes and orders you back down below to get the engines prepared.
Can do. Yep. Okay.
So, prepare the engines for maneuvering for combat. And everything's kind of moving with a practice motion, except for those who are unfamiliar with such, which would mostly be the Reverend, who finds himself buffered to left and right as people pass and move things into positions. There's a fairly long bit of stretch as as all of that excitement suddenly turns into long, excruciating waiting. The ship's ready. It's just out of range of anything to do, and all you can do is wait for something to happen.
I'm gonna go back down and tell the lady that they're prepped for combat.
Combat? Well, that seems, why not if they're not flying flags? Is there any way to communicate through flare or anything? I'm not sure if this captain really knows what he's doing.
I was only there to observe. I made no effort to be in anyone's way. It's not our place to make those decisions, as you already know.
I know, I just have suggestions is all, and they seem all ignored. It's fine. So we just wait.
We just wait.
Thrilling.
So is the end result that Lady Maria is going to actually stay in her stateroom?
Will anyone stop her if she does go up?
Where's the chaperone?
Sir Hamilton will make a passing effort and then kind of do a... She does outrank us.
And she's going. She wants.
Oh, well, I'm gonna put a hand on you, on your shoulder, respectfully. Nothing sucks. Are you sure that's the best idea? What do you gain from being up there?
Well, I've been sent on this journey to, experience the world, and I can't do so from a closed door. Like, I would like to assess what's going on. If not I won't get in the way.
I don't think they meant ship-based combat when they suggested you go out into the world.
Yeah, you're not incorrect with that, but this is an important concept to observe, to see how these types of situations are handled.
I'm gonna
if there's any combat, I will come back down to this room.
Can I roll to see if that's bullshit?
Hang on, I have a note. I have a note from the experts. The experts have determined that is a lie.
Is she carrying her weapons?
I mean, just to be safe. She picks up her shield and her.
Okay.
Her
Well,
axe.
at the very least, stay behind me.
Okay.
It's also a lie. I can tell.
As you come up,
Starts walking.
We're going up. Yeah.
As you make your way up onto the deck, it is definitely tense. Everyone has a spot to be, and it's like nobody can move from it, but there's not a lot to do except wait. The fog mostly has cleared on that side of the ship, so the port side, which is left if you're looking forward, easily remembered because it has 4 letters, just like the word left. It's still very shrouded with that that almost unnatural fog. But the starboard side, the right side, is starting to clear out, and you can see the enemy ship fairly well. It's about the same size, and everyone take a second to stretch if you need to. It's about the same size as your vessel. And good, I've got some narration to go here. And from what you can make out in the distance, they are starting to maneuver a bit. There's a brief moment as they start to get closer and closer where the ship lurches under your feet. And just because we haven't actually touched our dice yet, everyone give me a quick dex save. Exception being Innis, because literally it's his fault.
Nobody can prove that.
Oh my god, I fell on my ass, didn't I?
What do I press?
Okay, so on your character sheet, see, this is why we're doing this now.
Lady Murray will catch you.
On the left side, underneath your stats, you see what's a box that's labeled saving throws. Just click on the +2 next to dex.
Oh yeah. So saving throws. Hang on. So I just click on dex. Yeah.
You click on the +2. Yep, there it goes. See, the beauty of D&D Beyond, if you can find the thing on your character sheet, it tells you what to roll. You just click the button, and it does it, and it pops up in the little box under me there. Which is good. And yeah, that too is not great. So Ellis definitely
Sometimes it'd be like that.
takes a tumble. And as she starts to go down, Sir Hamilton doesn't even flinch. He just puts his hand out and catches her elbow and sort of pushes her back up to a standing position. And then puts his hands back behind his back as though nothing has happened.
Nobody saw it. It's too dark.
Saw what, Lieutenant? The ship lurches forward as the engines kick in, and you are now under some sort of magical propulsion. The sails no longer being critical. Captain's taking a look and consulting with the first mate as he overlooks the guns. And there's a moment where you can see he is unsure. He's not openly hiding it very well. And then after a long pause, he turns to the pilot, says, "Bring us about. Prepare to fire." And then you hear a call from the crow's nest. "Captain, she's run up colors." "What is it, son?" "Just a red flag, sir." The captain nods grimly. "They're not taking prisoners." The ship starts to come around. Everyone is poised, and then the order comes down, and the entire right side of the ship erupts in smoke and flame as it launches a perfect cannon volley. The other vessel doesn't take any damage from it, but immediately starts to veer away. And as you continue to come in front, come around the curve, and the men go about resetting the cannons for a second volley, you can see that it's turning to disengage. Sir Hamilton kind of smooths his jacket a bit and brushes his hand back over his head. Seems quite a bit of nothing. He glances at Ellis and Lady Marie.
Sorry. Perhaps they're feigning? They could circle back around, could they not?
They could, but they certainly seem to be turning tail.
That was quite boring.
Do you think perhaps they thought we were unarmed?
Clarification, are we just flying as did we decide we're not flying Imperial flags for this? Or
no, you are flying Imperial flags.
Okay.
That's your bank of why you didn't need to be on a full galleon, because no one's going to attack an Imperial diplomatic ship.
I don't see why they would assume we were unarmed.
Hmm. Shrugs a bit.
Is Bodlington on deck?
I think you said he was.
Yeah, I ambled up, didn't I?
You did.
Is Sadie up there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sadie, yeah. Because, again, just generally, well, you know, Sadie, you've done this kind of thing before. What's going on?
A lot of
Seems like
bullshit.
Dr. Arthur for nothing. What's going on?
Yeah, that was some bullshit. I got really excited. My song was interrupted.
I know, I was enjoying
kind
that.
of
Your
offended.
book is an amazing tap dancer. I mean, I was really enjoying that.
Funky is
And
amazing.
banging these drums. Yeah, I've been told to talk too much, but you know, people who say that and don't talk themselves for a bit. But you know, it's a bit weird. Have you seen anything like this before? What's going on? You know,
Not usually. I don't know. Maybe they were just like, maybe it was like kind of like a pissing contest, you know, like we're gonna try to get as close as we can to the ship and then see who turns away first. But they lost the game that they initiated.
About that time, the cannons let loose with another volley, and again fill that starboard side of the ship with smoke as the guns go off. And at the end of which, the captain will order the guns be secured, but for everyone to remain at their posts. Assume general quarters is to maintain, secure the guns. Non-essential personnel below decks, if you please.
Can we see the ship still, or is it like hell? Oh, we can.
Yeah, it's still like making its way. It's completely turned tail, and it's just sailing full sails away from you now.
Out of there. There's nothing else in the immediate area.
Not that you can see at the moment. Give me a perception check. As you start to become suspicious.
I'm a little sus. I'm sus on most things, though. Perception, not my strong suit.
Well, here's the good news. Obi-Khan has already redeemed your one add to a roll for the next 45 minutes.
LFG.
And so he's got your back on that. Speaking of which, if you want to also get directly involved besides some of the things here on the stream, you can also buy that coupon will get you a free pack of Stream Loots cards and let you also influence the game with the various cards that are
Not
in
my
there.
own game, though, right? Like...
No. You as in you
No
watching,
hacks? Yeah.
you 5 are like not allowed to do that.
Boo.
Sorry.
So what is it, like an add to roll? Does that mean that it's like automatically good?
It's a +5.
Fuck yeah.
So pretty much it takes a meh into a whoo, but it's hard to like pull a total fail into a success.
Yeah, big mood.
But it's enough. As you're starting to wonder what's going on, and they're pulling the guns and starting to tie them down on the right side of the ship, the starboard side, you begin to get nervous about everything, and you glance to your off the left side of the ship, off the port, and that's when you see the bright blue lights of some lanterns in the fog coming at you. They're maybe 30 feet out. I'm sorry, 100 feet out. They're like
pretty close,
bearing
right?
down
Like...
fast.
I immediately tell the captain. I tap him on the shoulder and I say, look.
And he looks over, and there's a moment where it's like, the lights are coming out of the fog. Bursting out of the darkness, you can see the front mainsail and the figurehead. The figurehead itself is a skeleton, and in its outstretched hands, it's holding a fiddle. And in its offhand, where a bow would be, it's holding a downward held blade, as though it's lunging out and at you. The ship comes seemingly out of nowhere as it slides right up on your side, and the entire port side of your ship explodes from its first cannonade.
Do we see anyone on the ship?
You can
besides
see
the figurehead.
At this point, yes, you can see it's fully crewed.
It's like saddled up right next to us, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Is it bigger than us? We need to know.
Yeah, like
yes. For perspective, you are a 3-gun frigate. This is a 32-gun battleship. Oh,
That's
hey, Big
a lot
Beer.
more guns.
This crew is useless.
As this happens, the captain begins to shout for the port guns to be prepared. Men start to rush across the deck. Sir Hamilton is going to turn to Ellis. Get her ladyship below decks now.
I grab you and we're going. Wordlessly, we don't. You can roll against me if you like, but we're punching on.
I think at this point she would comply at least a little bit.
Do I think underneath is safer? Probably not. But let's go.
The captain turns to Sadie. Says, "You get below decks. Put our passengers in their staterooms."
Me? I mean, fine, but okay.
And Reverend, get below decks.
I feel like I'm better suited out here. Like, they have a fiddle on their figurehead. I have a fiddle. Like, maybe this is a fiddle battle.
I'm already leaving.
As you argue, another cannonade opens up.
All right, okay. All right, okay.
And you watch as actually one of the 3 guns on your port side kind of flies past you. How's the Reverend doing?
Detached curiosity. Actually, it's not good, is it? All right. Seems like maybe downstairs is the way to go for now. We'll just go down there, see what everybody else is doing. Don't particularly want any cannons in my face, you know. Yeah, I'll head downstairs just, and then we'll decide what we'll do next. Yeah.
That'll work.
Maybe. Well, they're downstairs.
They actually, oh, this is perfect. If you'll notice, taking a look at the map, right here, there's that hatch, which is a great place to have to throw you below decks, because that's going to pop out right there next to the staterooms.
See you later, Bay.
Sounds
about it.
Maria's down first. Ellis is behind. Sadie scrambles down afterwards, doing that really cool thing where you put 2 steps on down the ladder, and then you just put your hands on the side and you slide down the rest of the way. Who then helps down the Reverend. The last person down is going to be Sir Hamilton, and he puts 1 foot on the rung, and then you just hear this crack, and he falls the rest of the way down. When he hits the ground, the floor, the deck at the bottom of the ladder, you can see he has an arrow straight through his neck.
Ooh. Can't have that, can we? Does he look to be still alive?
He will be room temperature in a few moments.
Okay, cool. I cast Cure Wounds on him and take the arrow out.
Okay. Crap.
I can also just let him bleed out.
Nope.
That's fine too.
Nope. Hang on. Zoom chat real quick.
I don't care enough. I'm shoving you in the room, by the way. Like, you're in the room. You're not in the hallway.
Okay, I would like to fight with that one. All right, I can do that.
I can do that. Yep. All right, so where are you going to end up? Okay, so is that where everybody is?
I'm trying to throw Marie into the room, and she wants to fight me on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're struggling to get through the doorway.
I'm trying my best. very flighty.
All right, I'm gonna swap you two. She went down first, so
Yep.
she'd be in the. You've got her through the doorway.
Yeah.
I'll
lit.
take that. The Reverend is standing there. I'm gonna do that and do that. I'm gonna grab that. It'll work for now.
Shouldn't be so smiley about an arrow in his neck.
I know. You'd think he'd be a little more stressed
Well,
about
I
that.
think that,
It
you
could
know,
be more
just
shock, like, "Ah."
in general, he's just a smiling guy.
Mm-hmm. He is.
And that's what Innes is doing.
And that's like, it's kind of more of a like, I'm polite and like doing my
This is
job.
fine.
type of
Everything's
stuff.
fine.
It's fine.
Exactly. Like, oh, you're not listening again, and this is your judgment. I can't really say anything about it.
So, a question for Alice: Is this the most difficulty that you've had of dragging Marie to a bedroom?
I plead the fifth. That's not even my room. Do I have my own room?
Yeah, you guys are assigned the same quarters.
Oh, so they really don't give a fuck.
You sleep on the floor like a
That's true.
pet.
If you haven't noticed, space is a bit of a premium on a ship.
Big mood.
They can.
Well, I don't know whose the other bed is. Like,
Oh, the stateroom across the way.
yeah.
That's the first mate.
Well, I'll just room with my first mate. It's fine.
Yeah. So that's where we are.
Jeez.
And then we're gonna move Innes to coming up the stairs to see what's going on now that the engines are well underway.
Oh, that's a better picture. Too late.
Just
It's
coming
too
up the
late, but for
stairs.
next time.
Things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy. And what the fuck is going on up here?
The ship rocks from another blast, and you can hear boots above you. If you're positioned to look up through the grating here, so everyone that's in the common room, you can see above you the ship has been boarded.
Okay, that one wasn't me. I just want to make that clear.
All right, we'll let you off this time.
You hear a shout. Secure the diplomats. We don't need all of them alive.
Things are getting a bit leery here. I think there's a like maybe a boat a little smaller boat attached to this big boat we could get in. What do you call them again? Who's a sailing type person here? Lifeboat. Are there any lifeboats on or dinghies or something?
I feel like those would be a bigger risk,
I mean,
but maybe.
most of them probably still float.
Well, there we are.
It's an option.
Or we can just like go fuck them up.
Well, I'm not averse to that idea. I mean, as a man of the cloth, I obviously deplore violence in all its forms. However, did not say, Kevin, say, and lo, when things get a bit leery, thou art allowed to smash thy opponent's faces in.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's. I definitely read that. So yeah, I think maybe we could do that. We could go say hello. They won't be expecting it.
I think my mum skipped over some bits of scripture that I would have rather liked to read.
Well, yeah. Well, your mother was obviously a poor apostle, as it were, of the readings, and maybe you should consider that yourself about reading the bits at the back, not just the bits at the front. Yeah.
I'm trying to close the door on Marie.
So Marie is trying to get through because are you trying to close it with you on the other side?
Yeah.
She puts a hand out and they're going to search these types of rooms first. I am not safe
Not if
here.
they're dead.
Let me help then. I can't just sit here while all this is going on. That is moronic.
You're the one they're looking for.
then they won't necessarily expect me to be fighting with everyone.
I have an idea. And I go like rifling through my backpack and pull out my disguise kit. I'm like, what if I pretend to be you and accidentally get captured and then just blast them in the face as soon as they capture me?
You
How
might
much
not
time do
make
we
it
have
off
to make
alive.
this
Why don't
decision?
you just
Because- Like, how much time do we have to make this decision? Because we've been boarded, so
About the time she finishes saying that,
fuck.
you watch as a group of figures file down the stairs at the far end of the common room. I need y'all to roll me initiative.
It's party time.
But
I
here's
have
the good
disadvantage
news.
because I'm getting locked in a room.
The DM will point out there's time for that brilliant plan to come into action, assuming we don't total party wipe on our first session. Stranger things have happened, of course.
The Reverend's had a few drinks. He rolled 5.
No. Clerics always go last, and it's because you want to see where you are best
that
going to
wasn't-
help.
That wasn't
You
an
gotta
initiative
roll.
roll that you made.
Yeah.
That was an int save. Initiative is in the middle of your character sheet
Right next to your armor class.
and below your proficiency bonus. Although, yeah, I'll let you re-roll it just to see what happens. I was like, I don't know, is it going to be that? I mean, it's only a difference of +1, but Innes came in at 18. Ellis came in at 6. And
Getting all those good rolls in later.
Sadie's
You're
at 19.
trying to get past me and I don't like it.
Alert to the position. And the Reverend is actually not in bad shape, also at 13. Okay, so news. Aha. That worked. You should see, now periodically it does not hurt to push the refresh button on the initiative tracker because sometimes it does suffer from some lag.
I mean, I'm happy to take it if you want, but I don't think I rolled 28.
I was about to say, fucking how?
Oh, I think I hit 28 instead of 18.
Great
Didn't I?
work.
I did.
Turns out I'm a quick draw. Didn't even know.
If you weren't going to be superseding players, I'd say, well, we'll go with it. Okay. There we go. We're going to start the combat round with Sadie as the first action. I'm going to finish seeding it with the baddie guys who have flooded into the room.
How's Patrick Stewart doing? How's he feeling?
He's picking himself up
Jeez.
and will be joining the combat shortly. Thank you for the reminder that he's not dead.
Oh, I was just curious.
Well, throat though, wasn't he? But
Yeah.
You've invested in him. He can't die now.
I kind
I used a whole spell slot on him.
The ship,
Yeah.
though, so
You know what I'm going to do?
I wasn't super mad if he died, but
Let's see here. We'll do that. We'll do that. Hang on. Let me get him in there. Let's see. Sir Hamilton. He is not going to have a cool graphic because
fair.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to live through the first combat round. And y'all said, yeah, he did.
We like him too much.
Yeah.
we don't actively hate him, you know.
Either way, what's Sadie up to?
Who's the biggest looking motherfucker there?
That would be the one in the back.
Cool. I'm going to hold out my hand and blast him. With actually, I'm gonna do the 2 hands because I have 2 blasts. And let's see.
The infamous Eldritch Blast.
Oh, it's not great.
Oh, a 4 and a 6. Is that what you did?
Yeah. That was for one of the beams, I guess.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm being silly.
Okay. So that's better.
That's better. That'll hit.
That's much better.
With a critical, no
I'll-
less.
Yes,
Oh.
but it will only be one beam critical. And like, I guess like the other beam just is like goes out and like fucking hits a wall or
Well,
something.
here's the good news. You get a third attack roll. Sirius Sloth just kicked in the re-roll. He wants to see this awesome opening.
Dope.
So you get a re-roll of that first miss, thanks to chat.
All right. Okay, so one is a critical.
That's a healthy opening. Let's see.
Middle fiddle music intensifies behind me as I'm doing this.
Okay.
Do I have and as a bonus action, I am going to give Bardic Inspiration to Ellis.
Ellis has been inspired.
She's singing to me. Is that what that means?
Mm-hmm. Whispering sweet nothings in your ear.
Sounds kind of gay.
From
Pretty
across
gay.
the room.
It's like, you look hot, babe.
If that works.
I'll take it. What does it do? I don't know. Tell me.
You
Does it mean I'm a gamer?
yes, you can add 1d6 to any of your rolls, but not damage.
Okay. GG's. Forever? Just once?
For 10 minutes.
Oh my god.
Or one time.
One time. Yeah,
Within
it's one
I
time.
was like,
Yeah, one
oh
time.
god.
You choose when to use your inspiration.
Coming out the gate. Yeah, fam. Big mood. Is that for like saves or like
You could do saves,
Okay.
attack rolls.
Liddy.
All kinds of good stuff.
Ability checks.
Yep. All right. I think that covers everything. We can
Yeah.
find out what Innes is up to.
What little color there is in Innis's face sort of drains even further. This is not good.
You've got this.
So I'm going to use my action to create Eldritch Cannon. Reach into my backpack and pull out a handheld gun that shouldn't work, but through some insane tinkering magics does.
So it's a handheld Eldritch Cannon?
I'm going with the handheld option, yes.
Okay. It's like, do I need to drop
Using it-
another token?
You don't need to drop another token because it's handheld.
Noted.
Also, because I didn't have a token ready for it, so
Fair enough.
it's handheld for now.
Yo, Inish, where you get that from?
And given that we're on a ship and there's lots of flammable things around, I'm going to opt for the Force Ballista rather than the Flamethrower.
Thank you. I think.
So that is my action. I don't have a bonus ready to go. And I think probably he just sort of ducked back down the stairs a little, prepared it, and has come back up ready with a gun in hand. So movement cancels out.
Fair enough. Well, that's not a small thing. That's a once per long rest.
It is.
Wow. Y'all are scared. Cool.
Innes is a nervous man.
Okay, so Sir Hamilton, for his part, is going to charge. Valiantly. Whoa. And he hit. Not bad.
Chaperone you're talking about.
Yep. He's going toe to toe as he picks himself up. He pulls out his foil and charges up and starts to I'm actually going to shift him over one spot, dunk, and he's engaged one of the boarders in a bit of a fencing match. That's all he gets to do because he's not very powerful. 3 is going to do what? 3 is going to step up to support his friend. I'm going to roll some quick dice.
Really just trying to kill him, huh?
And well, we'll see what happens. He's not dead yet.
Jeez.
All right. That takes us now to Lady Marie.
Okay, so I'd like to at least like get my head out the door. I feel like Ellis is not going to let me actually move past her.
I feel like you could push past me.
Oh yeah.
You could. Okay.
100%. You're a full send tank.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
I'm not gonna fuck with you.
That's the spirit.
I'm gonna fuck you, but I'm not gonna fuck you.
So that being said, then I would like to scoot on up at least a little bit, like not getting too close, but to here, and I'd like to cast Bane. So up to 3 creatures of my choice I can see within range must make charisma saving throws. The save is 14.
Okay.
And whenever a target fails the saving throw, makes an attack or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack or saving throw.
The anti-bless. Okay, so
So
who are you
we don't
targeting?
heal here. So I'd like to heal, or not heal. I was anti-bless. So the 2 that are fighting my chaperone.
Okay.
And the big one, the swashbuckler.
The one in charge.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
And then for my bonus action, let's see, I would like to where is it? Cast magic. Oh, that's concentration as well. Never mind. No. So many concentration spells in Paladin class. Yeah, but I'm going to just ready my shield out in front of Ellis. I'm protecting her.
Belong.
So
As a
Sometimes it
reminder
pays to
to
be the
read
bottom of the
your
barrel.
character sheet ahead of time. Turns out I could have fired the Eldritch Cannon on my bonus action. I'm an idiot.
You're nervous. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing a class you don't
Monday.
usually
You're a
play.
tinkerer, not a fighter.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I
what
mess
we'll
up my
do-
character sheet all the time.
Let's see. In his act, rolled an 18. We put you on 19 when you add to the thing. So we'll just say on initiative count 10, it goes off. Problem solved.
No, I'll leave it. He's too nervous.
No, that's why it goes off on 10.
Oh, okay.
He's shaking.
Dude, you dropped a daily power. You're gonna use it
Okay.
a lot.
Yeah, we'll probably make it to another round. It's fine.
Which will be my one moment to go, 4th edition wasn't that bad. And then we're gonna move on. And if you have
yes,
concerns,
4th edition.
if you have
I have no
concerns,
idea.
those can go to graybeardtavern@gmail.com or @graybeardtavern on Twitter. Unless you agree with me, then it's @Lantern Noir. Anyway, what's the good Reverend doing in this moment?
I guess his general instincts are kicking in because remember his general past is that he doesn't know he's a cleric. He's known for more direct intervention. He's got a dagger, which is immediately drawn out, and just as soon as he come down, he's just thrown it straight at like the one like number 2 across the table there.
Okay.
It's like immediate reaction, like hey, boom, and then see what happens with that.
Okay.
Again, just his natural. Again, like the veneer that he's trying to be about all peaceful and stuff. Obviously, at the moment, is just slightly cracked.
No problem. If you refresh your character sheet, you'll now see under your actions, the dagger is listed. And you can just click on the old +6 button next to it. And that'll be your dagger shot. And it's a little bit early at this stage to be, and then you can click on the damage because that will definitely hit.
Cool. So what do I do now?
Click on the button next to it where it shows the
damage.
1d4 + 3.
Yep. Boom. 5.
There you go. The dagger kind of goes past him, but the fact that he had to like duck under it opened him up to like having to shift around the fencing match he's also engaged in. which has put him onto a back heel. For his part, though, he's going to immediately press his advantage against Sir Hamilton. Who is forced back down to the ground.
Bro.
Oh, wait. Hang on.
I was gonna say, did you subtract all the numbers?
I forgot to do the D4. Or is it? It's a D6, isn't it?
It's a D4.
It's a D4. It's a D6 for bless. No, it's a D4 for bless. Okay. Yeah, Hamilton goes down.
Fucking Christ, Hamilton, honestly.
Just tried saving his real life.
But the good news is it kept everybody tied up for a bit. Okay, so...
Oh, he's down.
Oh, he's down.
Jeez.
There was a spell used on him and everything.
I know. It's unfortunate. He didn't have a lot of hit points.
Rip.
But that's okay. He tied up a couple people. So go ahead, Snafu, roll Innis's attack with that cannon now.
Now the question is how on D&D Beyond?
I believe last I saw you, it actually shows up down on your character sheet under features. Yeah, bonus
That's
actions.
the problem is I can see his bonus actions the flamethrower, but we're trying to use the
the
force
force
ballista.
thingy. In that case, just roll it's D20 plus your proficiency mod, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, click on Firebolt. Because that has the same modifier. So a 13 will hit. What are you aiming at?
At number 1 directly across from me. Too nervous to look around at bigger threats.
That works. Throw some damage.
So it is just a flat 2d8.
Flat 2d8. I like it.
Which is the same damage as the flamethrower, but this will be...
Force damage.
Force damage instead of fire.
I understand you. And a solid roll. And he's like, whoa, okay. Now I have a new person I'm really mad at. Dave, good morning. Welcome. We're glad to have you hanging out this morning. Thank you for feeding the Book of Fate, which now seems an appropriate time to mention. Players, you currently have 2 in the bank plus 8 that have been gifted, or 6 have been gifted for 8 rerolls that you can use. They are for the party, not the individual. So that you don't get 8, you collectively get 8. English kind of sucks for that, because there was confusion in the previous session. But those are there for you. People have been donating them. Please use them before the session is over. Not all of them carry over. Let's see. 2 gets to do his thing. He's gonna rush the priest. That feels like a good move. Charges in and has no appreciable effect with his billy club. Which then takes us to Ellis.
All right.
Which you've kind of played.
Unlike everybody else, I'm just getting in there. I'm pushed past that shit. I gotta go. I got things to do. I'm gonna put myself right here, and I'm gonna take a swing at number 3 with my longsword.
All right.
Where
Roll
am I
lots
looking?
of dice.
Cool.
1 hit.
A 6. And then I get to do it again.
You get to do it again.
We go again.
Mm-hmm.
Dunked on. Let's absolutely go.
Okay, there's a critical.
Yeah. I'm very upset. 7.
Wow.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
I'm just going to put out there, though. Yeah.
You want me to re-roll it? Yeah.
I'm just going to mention, you have a pile of them. I don't know if the party wants to disagree with that move, but total of 7
say
on
go for
2d8
it.
plus 3.
Yeah, that's pretty shit. Is that a yes?
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
That's better. Now I'm coming in for the ladies.
Yeah, that's gonna mess them up pretty well. Which one were you going after?
3.
You're going after 4, you said.
Yes.
Okay.
How'd you know?
I was sure that's what you had said. Well, because he's the guy that took out Patrick Stewart.
I'm pretty annoyed about it, yeah.
Yeah, and he's gone. The DM said, pointing at the action economy and the importance of dropping people that are already slightly wounded.
I kind of didn't know that I could see that they're healthy and not healthy. So now I have the hacks.
You know, that's something I gotta look at because
that was me, not you.
No. There's gotta be a better option for that because it is hard to see like who's the most beat up versus not. Because they shade.
That's all I'm gonna do.
They shade. They go from green to red as they get more hurt.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, improved initiative. I use for
learning
everything.
experience.
If you also look closely, like I believe that there's slightly different shades of green depending on how hurt. So like Thug 1 and the Swashbuckler are like slightly different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you got to really stare at it.
Yeah. Speaking of which.
Oh, she's fine.
Oh no, she's hot.
We're doomed.
There's a problem.
This changes everything.
the whole room's like, oh my god. No, don't hit me. Like,
Well, now Innes is even more nervous. I don't need help with that.
Anyway.
On that note.
Anyway.
She'll step up there. And let's see here. What are we going to do with her? She's just not happy with Ellis getting in the way.
Fair.
And I'm not doing anything fancy this turn. We're just going to slice into Ellis as best we can.
Don't forget the Bane on her as well.
You know, that Bane kind of sucks. So is attacking someone with an 18 armor class. Those two kind of work together against you. So then let's see. She used to move, and then she.
O'Beacon throws a healing potion to Swashbuckler.
Oh, well, that changes things. Obi is not on your side today, folks. As in addition to her like charge and retreat, thanks to being light on her feet, she also gains 4 hit points back.
It's okay, she's hot. We understand.
Yeah.
Stop being seduced by the enemy.
It's very difficult. Have you seen her?
And then she retreats. Because she can
Did you? Oh, I don't get to punch on?
No, you don't. You think you should until you realize she's actually really light-footed too.
Damn it.
She actually, as you're about to like lurch at her, she kicks one of the stools in your general direction.
Ouch. Hit me in the shin, didn't it?
And made you step back.
Ouch.
So she's out of melee range for now.
Bitch.
What? Were you not just all... Never mind.
I like them, bitchy. Have you not seen the Lady Marie?
That's fair. One is going to fill in the gap. We'll also make a foolish attempt to do something to this warrior woman that is just blazing her way through. And
for what it's worth, because I have a question, because she stepped back and you said I couldn't hit her with melee, but I do have Warcaster, so my reaction makes an opportunity of attack with a spell casting time of 1 action. Is that something that I could use instead or not? Just tell me no or yes. Or explain it to me, because I don't understand.
The answer is no, because the normally moving out of melee allows for an attack of opportunity, and disengage provides cancels that.
Okay.
And normally you
worries.
can't mix disengage with a regular action, but rogues and rogue types get to.
Lit.
Rogues suck.
She's so hot. She's so fucking hot.
You were going to get an attack of opportunity, but you got distracted.
Right.
Too many women in the room who have seen me naked to add one more to the list. So
actually,
wow. Okay, she's going down now.
You know, can you do me a real quick favor, Pond?
Do you need another photo of Patrick Stewart?
Can you on D&D Beyond just grab a D20 and roll it real quick?
Yep.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean Les.
Me?
Yep. Pond was talking. That's why I said it, but I need Les to do it.
It's a 4.
Okay, cool.
Trying to flirt with me or some shit.
No, the world isn't that big. There was a 5% possibility that indeed every
Damn
woman in
it.
the room had seen you naked.
Oh my god, that would have been so good.
It would, well, but you know, it also would have felt like a bit of a stretch. That's why I'm like, just roll it and see if you get a 1.
Oh, I was okay.
That makes it a 5% possibility. It's really rare, but if you had, I would have gone, okay, this just got interesting. You know, poor Jenna's been waiting so patiently because it's Sadie's turn next.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm looking at all my spells and I'm like, in which order do I want to fuck people up and with what? So, it's been working.
What's been working?
Okay. Oh, it's fucking concentration though. No, fuck it. Yeah. I just like point at the hot one and I'm like, damn you. And I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers around her. So anytime she goes near someone, it will continue and she'll fuck up her friends. And that just happens.
Wait, what?
Okay, so Cloud of Daggers. You fill the air with spinning daggers in a cube 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within range. A creature takes 44 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. And I will be using this at 2nd level, not 3rd, because I don't have 3rd level spells. Okay, so it doesn't move with the creature. My bad.
Okay, so do you want to put it in front of her then?
Yeah.
Okay, can you move it?
No.
It
doesn't say anything about moving it, so I'm going to assume no.
Okay, so where are you? You're going to drop it right in front of her on the stairs. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I will put that there so you remember that that's there. Okay.
And oh, that's pretty good. So that'll be 15 piercing damage anytime anyone goes in that square.
Okay.
And
wow.
For my bonus action, I am going to use my Hexblade's Curse and put it on the hot swashbuckler. She has personally offended me with her hotness, and I will not stand for it.
Okay.
Can't have someone other than the bard being the hottest one.
Exactly. Like, this is a direct threat.
I feel like you all owe somebody at WotC a note of appreciation when this is over. Because I'm just saying that was the stock photo that came with the archetype. And I feel like someone needs credit for this. Speaking of credit, what is Innes going to do that will get him some credit?
Can I check? Cubes originate with you on the edge of the cube, don't they? When it comes
generally.
to casting spells. I think Innes is going to throw out a thunder wave directly in front of him to catch 1 and 2 in the cube.
I dig it.
Where is the cast button?
They get con
There it is.
saves.
It is con save, yes.
Con save, and that is on 1 and 2. So that's that works. Let's see. 1. What's their save target?
14.
Okay. Do some damage. And if I recall correctly, they're also knocked back, aren't they?
10 feet away from me.
10 feet. All right. Sweet.
And it's why does it say 3d8 damage?
3rd level?
No.
Higher level?
I'm casting it first as a artificer. It's one of the artillerist spells, so it's first level instead of the second.
I see 2d8 if you go up to second level. Or first level, I mean.
Buttons showing 3d8 is the problem. Yes, it is.
There you go. I should never roll for you.
Apparently not.
Let's see here. So applying the damage and moving the dudes. Doomp, doomp. Man, if he had gone like 10 more feet, he would have provoked an attack of opportunity. We're doing that. Hey, Les. Roll a basic melee attack if you want to.
Like a punch?
No, like a weapon attack.
Oh, like my longsword?
Yep.
Okay. Hold on.
And I don't care if it doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity. It does now because that's just cool.
I got him.
Yeah, roll some damage for that.
I got him pretty good.
You got him pretty good, yeah. So he moves through your...
He fell straight into my shit.
Yeah, he goes flying past you as he's shaking up from this, and you get a free action as he goes. Use your bonus your reaction. Hamilton will bleed.
Good.
I've not used my bonus action.
Oh, what is your bonus action?
To fire the Eldritch Cannon again.
Oh, that's right. Who are you shooting at?
I'm going to step to over here and shoot at 3. Because I forgot to apply this last time, but if I hit someone with the Eldritch Cannon, it pushes them back 5 feet. And there's a cloud of daggers there.
Nice!
Jeez.
I just got real excited.
My spell is scary. This is cool.
So it's a spell attack. So I know it says firebolt.
Yep.
Ignore that it says firebolt.
Yep.
24 to hit.
Yep.
And
how
2d8 damage.
filleted is
2d8 force damage. 10 points force, push back 5 feet.
He did.
I'll be.
Wait. And then another...
I would suggest we don't eat any suspicious minced meat on the ship for the next few days.
As you're having this brawl outside the kitchen. That's impressive.
That's true. The kitchen is right there.
The kitchen's right there.
I just noticed that.
Okay. 3 is going to move out of the cloud. Wait, he started his turn in the space.
Starts his turn in it.
Does that mean he gets hit? He gets hit again?
Sure sounds like it.
Let me go check the plain text of the spell. Enters it for the first time, or for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Oh, so it's not an end or, but...
No, because... Okay.
So both would apply.
My interpretation is if you pass through it, you take the damage. Or if it's there when you start your turn, you take the damage. But if you move into it and stop, then theoretically you get hit twice. Are we in agreement with that interpretation at the table? Because it will absolutely be used against you later.
You'd get hit when you move into it.
Yeah,
and
see,
then hit
I
again
think
next turn.
I think he just got there, and because I think his turn backs onto it, I think that one would be more accurate, personally.
Yeah.
Because like you literally just got he just got in it, got hit, and then he's getting out. He's moving back out of it again. Kind of feels like one.
Fair enough.
I'm happy with either
action,
ruling.
not 12 seconds.
We're gonna go with the you can get out of it if you get pushed into it. If for no other reason than you don't want me using that against you later.
Big mood. It's not worth it. I'll kick his ass. He's gonna come into my space.
He is gonna come into your space. Armor class is 18. He's actually gonna get a hit in on you.
Okay.
There's Bane. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
With the Bane.
He's gonna try.
With the Bane, he's still got a hit in. She still takes 7 damage.
Oh, I'm mad.
He's not in good. He's invigorated. He kind of roars at Ellis and says something untoward and inappropriate for even an Australian audience.
What'd he say?
I dare not say it because it's inappropriate even for an Australian audience.
Text it to me. No,
I will later.
What'd he say about my wife?
He suggested you had a husband.
Oh my God, that's it. He's dead. That's it. Coming out.
Unacceptable.
Not in front of my ladies.
I feel terrible. I know your triggers.
The men are gonna start trying to hit on me. It's like the whole ship's gonna be in love with me. I can't have that. The Reverend's giving me eyes. Like, damn.
Innes is even less likely to speak to you. Oh wait, that's actually probably a good thing.
I think the fact that it's not a possibility is more of a feature than a bug. I'm just going to put that out there. I mean, anyway, Lady Marie, Pond.
Well, speaking of men, no, I'm kidding.
Speaking of spouses.
That's it.
Yeah, Marie is getting right up in there. She is just scooting on this, pardon me, everyone, and she is pissed.
Excuse me, pardon me, coming through.
Yep. Don't mind me, and she is going to use her battle axe to try and get number 3 because hurt her bay. Oh, it was so close to 16. 12?
12 will hit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that's for 11 points of damage.
Okay, so 3 is out.
All right. And then she'll use her second attack on number 2 right here in front of her.
Okay. Logical.
15 to hit.
Respectable.
And max damage, 15 damage.
Jeez.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's a mood.
Yep, she's mad. And that will actually. Can I do this?
If you say action surge, I'm gonna scream.
No, I don't have an action surge. I was just saying. Okay, so my lay on hands pool is an action. I wasn't sure if it's an action or a bonus action. So that is the end of my turn. I'm not a fighter. Someone here is though.
Speaking
I
of,
don't want to gas myself.
What is the Reverend doing in this moment?
Seems they're all handling it barely without me here. It's quite impressive, actually. I think he's. I'm just looking at what his general skills are without actually touching my spells because I'm not aware of those really at the moment. Like I say, I don't know I had those skills. Well, that'll come later. But looking what I've got in the way of actions, I think I would probably. I'd be again because he's one for getting involved. I think he would dash up. His dash, I think, is one of the things I can do. And get up to up close to the number 1, toward near the stairs.
Okay.
And I do believe, in terms of actions, or bonus actions, I can do 2 weapon fighting.
All right. So that will let you make 2 attacks.
Yeah, I'm rather handily. I do actually have 2 short swords just about my person for just general religious reason. So basically, both short swords come out at this point, and we decide that this thug number 1 perhaps needs to not be there anymore. So bless you, my child, for you have sinned, and so let me absolve you of your guilt from the left and from the right. For did not Saint Gary say that when thou dost attack people on the ship, you will surely sink to the bottom of hell. Blessed be. And then off we go. Innes, don't you be asking questions right now. We're very busy. All right, but yes. So I think I'll be doing like two kind of short sword attacks, basically.
All right. Now he's like, what? What? He seems genuinely confused by that possibility.
So right, you're gonna have to walk me through it again until I get.
You just click on the button that says +3, because that's your attack bonus.
Oh, I'm just rolling 1s all the time, yeah. So right.
Yeah. And then your second attack?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Take one of the rerolls.
How drunk am I at the moment?
Clearly a bit. Do you want to burn a reroll? It's been suggested already.
I've obviously had several pints. I think it's definitely the key.
Well, give it one more. The part you got enough, you can spare one, I think.
Yeah.
Hang on. So I'm just getting my hand in. So I just, you know.
Just because you're on a boat, you don't need to be 3 sheets to the wind.
Hey, hang on. I'll get him this time. There we go. 14. I think that does it.
That'll hit, and then you just click on the button that says damage.
Let's give him a bit of a hit here, and there we go. 6 damage.
All right. Well, he's been absolved. Right off the boat.
There we go.
Both sins and limbs.
Indeed. Rest in peace, my child.
So what's Alice doing? After she finds her unmute button.
Hello. I'm going to cast Lightning Law on the hot one. Which means you have to... Wait, where am I standing right now? Real quick. Yeah, I'm in a good spot. You have to do a strength saving throw of 14, or you get pulled 10 feet towards me.
Nice.
Through the fucking daggers.
You guys are cruel.
Also, she's baned.
I thought she was cursed.
She's cursed and baned.
She's cursed and
Well,
baned.
one of them was banned. I don't know who was banned.
No, she's not banned. She made her save.
She's not banned.
Oh, she made her save.
She made her
I
save.
didn't know.
It was one of the others was banned, and they've been put down.
Took me a second to remember why it didn't end up on there when I banned the other guys. But she is cursed.
Disappointing. What the damn?
Mobby, I didn't realize she...
Okay, strength save, eh? Target is
14. What's wrong?
Okay, so your lightning lure flies out, and instead of like plunging into her, she sidesteps and grabs it.
Okay.
And pulls. Did
you just make that up?
No, I rolled a nat 20 on her save.
Oh, okay.
So I need you to roll me a strength save.
Okay, can I use... Well, let me try it for... What do I need to make?
That's a good question. Roll a d20. Or roll your save. Let's see what happens.
Okay. It's not the best.
An
It was
11.
pretty good. And then it moved.
And then it moved. Isn't that how dice work?
Yeah.
Like you
Big
set them
thing.
down there and
Usually.
look, it's a pretty little 20, and then you roll it, and it's not anymore.
You also have your inspiration.
Yeah, that's why I was like asking
Let
how
me
bad it needed to be.
think, because 11
Okay, so-
on its own won't be enough, but I do want to be polite and let you have an opportunity to know how bad you are set. So yours was that, and that was based off that, and this was based off that. I think you're fine without using your inspiration. Use your inspiration if you want to avoid getting pulled.
What is it? What do I roll?
It's a d6.
It's a d6. Yep.
It's a 4.
That's enough.
GG's. How dare you, hot one? Come on.
Right?
And that was a spell, right? So that was your action.
Yeah. Do I get to attack again or not? I'm a fighter.
Casting time, one action. That was your action. But under the circumstances, you can roll damage.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. I think under the circumstances, you can roll the 2d8 damage as you're
I mean,
caught
she
in
did touch it.
Yeah,
So
you're caught in a tug of war with her.
it's 10.
That's 10. That's fair.
I know that I I can attack twice whenever I take the attack action. So do I get 2 attack? Oh, that was me. The damage was me second attack. Yeah, I'm with you now.
Oh, actually,
GG.
your spell was your action,
Yeah.
not attack.
Yeah.
So that was your whole thing.
I'm just going to say yes because I don't understand what you just said. I trust you. It's yours.
We got you back. Okay, now I've been delaying now. I have to figure out what she's doing. Okay, so it's a cloud of daggers in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have kind of been doing okay-ish. I think she is going to very casually and very carefully back up the stairs. We're going to invoke the better part of valor. As it were. Which, and then she's going to hold her action for now, which makes me wonder what Sadie is going to do. As she has more or less crept up and out of sight for the moment.
Uh-huh. For the stairs, are they just like normal straight up stairs? Or are they like hatchback stairs?
Stairs. They're steep, but they're stairs. Because you go up about, let's see, it's about 45-degree step to it, which is a little steeper than like house code, but
all right.
You are.
You want to hop the side, don't you?
1, 2, 3.
She's got something fun planned.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
definitely.
move right next to my daggers. So that will be 20 of my 30 feet of movement. I'm going to jump on this counter. And then I'm going to jump on these stairs and try to blast her if I can see her enough. If need be, I'll crouch down a little bit and then like, pew, pew, pew.
She lob some sort of holy hand grenade up there. Just,
Okay, roll it. I'll let you have that. That'll hit.
Okay, and then I get +3 to my damage roll because of the Hexblade's curse. That's for the first beam.
Absolutely. The second beam.
First beam was 8. Second one was 15.
That's a solid 20. Jeez. Y'all suck.
You don't run from us, hot lady. Come back.
Maybe come back. I start serenading her as my pre-item interaction. I'm like, we can work this out. Just a little lover's quarrel.
Okay, so what's Innes doing?
Panicking? But I don't think that's a valid action.
It's a free action.
Oh, good. It's a free action. To
Crying
panic.
is a free action.
I don't know that there's anywhere that he can go to get a line of sight to shoot with. I think I'll aim the Eldritch Cannon at the top of the stairs from where I am and hold the action to actually fire for if an enemy, be they hot or otherwise, steps into that area.
Respectfully.
Okay. The Holy Hand Grenade will have to become an artifact at some point in this game. That's just going to happen.
There
So
are
Hamilton-
homebrew rules for it. I've seen that before.
Yeah. It's going to bleed. What's Lady Marie doing?
Lady Marie is going to use her bonus action to cast Misty Step, and so like a little poof of smoke appears, and she wants to appear. So it has to be someplace you can see. So at the very top of the stairs.
Okay.
She didn't fucking heal me? What a bitch.
She's working on it. She's pissed about this hot girl, I'll tell you what, and taking care of the immediate threat. And she's going to hit her with her battle axe. For an 8 to hit.
That's not going to hit. Yeah, so
Yeah.
so Lady Marie sort of like fades down into a cloud of smoke, and then fades up out of a cloud of smoke at the top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm. I do have a second attack, so I'm going to try again. That will hit 24.
That'll hit. Give me some damage.
15.
15. Impressive. Really impressive. I might not had to have looked up those rules. We'll see.
What rules?
Rules. I'm just being prepared for my action, that's all. I only got one of them. You took out the minions.
Yeah.
And you're lucky Obi-Wan doesn't have that card, because there's one that added additional minions to a fight. And he would totally use it against you guys. So what's the good Reverend up to?
Good question. Are we able to see through the hatch and see if there's anybody else up on the
Up
main
top?
deck?
Yes, you can. And yes, there are.
So we actually do know that there's a few people actually on that main deck who might be there ready to help.
You can look up and you can see that some of them have not had a great go of things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would have seen the whole vaulting idea, which appeals to me. I think because again, I think he again, when there's a fight going down, he's going to kind of just try and get involved. Can I do the similar action of like vaulting up to kind of get up close and personal again with the
Yeah. So you're gonna shimmy your way, climb up that way, and then pop out over there.
Yeah.
All right.
And
That
again-
works.
And again, I think I can dual wield. I've got 2 short swords still.
Yep.
So I think I'm gonna carry on with that because that's kind of all he knows currently right now.
That works.
So it's like, oh, behold, another sinner stands before me. And because I'm playing up to this idea, I'm trying to really, really convince people that I am actually a cleric, even though I do seem to be quite proficient at just killing people. So, behold, allow me to show you the error of your ways with my 2 holy pointy things, right? And so with that, I need to do the. Let's see. So I'm doing the short sword. So hit the +3.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Yep.
He's really drunk.
He is having a rough day.
He is absolutely. I mean, this is part why so Larry as well. Let's try. I got.
That one.
Oh, gee, I'm going to feel this in the morning. I swear to God. Right. There we go. 13.
I mean, she ducks under that one.
Oh my God.
She bobs and weaves and appears not to be penitent.
Yeah, so this is just Does that mean out of actions?
That means you're out of actions.
Yeah.
Both the little red dots have disappeared.
Okay. Right.
So, Les, tell us what Ellis is up to.
Like everybody else in the party who has found a convenient way up the stairs, I would like to use the same way through. Because I don't want to walk. I was thinking like I could, use my shield to get to the daggers, but like I don't really want to fuck with that. So
For it. Come on,
listen.
Jump.
Yeah, parkour. If you
Parkour.
Does everyone need to stand on the kitchen counter? We eat
fuck
food
the
from
kitchen
there.
counter, and I jump up on it, and I
Kind of swing through the support beams and up the stairs.
yeah.
Let's see. We're
I'm gonna
there.
yeah.
Yep.
Is that good?
Zoop. Yep. Because it was there.
And I will take a swing at
15, 20.
very attractive, aggressive lady.
Fair enough.
She's pretty fine. 18?
No, throw down the damage.
Yes. It's a 4.
4.
Sometimes it'd be like that.
You have one more attack.
Try again. Yeah, is gonna miss. It's a
That's
9.
gonna miss. Cool. I'm glad I looked up the rules.
You gotta go.
She does get to
Exciting.
go. She's going to make a basic attack against Lady Marie. Ooh. Kind of a high armor class.
Can I use my fighting style of protection? It says, while wielding a shield, if you attack someone other than me within 5 feet, I can use my reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. Please do not touch my wife. I don't like that. She probably doesn't need it, but
Okay, so
it'd be
first
like that.
attack misses. Partially thanks to the intercession. Second attack is going to miss, and her last action is going to miss.
I learned from the last campaign that I need a shield very quickly.
You do okay. You do okay. And she will actually take a knee. And like her fighting is done.
Mm.
We're there. We're doing that. We're doing that. We're doing the other thing. The three of you that are up on deck have a chance to take stock of the situation. You look over. The captain is slung over the rear quarterdeck railing and is not moving.
Good.
He wasn't that bad of a guy.
Wow.
Look, he told me to stay in my room.
Yeah, he gave me orders.
Ew.
No one tells me what to do.
You're none of our real dad.
First thing I'd like to do is reach over and touch Ellis and just put a hand on her
Wow,
shoulder.
we're in public.
Yeah, a hand on her shoulder.
Jesus.
And cast lay on hands. So I'd like to give her all her hit points back. So it's 7.
Okay. Duly noted. The most of the crew are either dead or kneeling in the center of the ship.
I would like to turn around and look at why they're kneeling.
They've lost the battle.
How many people are there?
Quite a few.
Can I count?
Probably at least a dozen.
Shit.
Which gives you the opportunity, if you want to retreat back down below, you have that option.
Do they have any ranged weapons on them? Can we perceive?
In my mind, I'm remembering Sadie's horrific plan to disguise herself as, and I'm going to grab Marie by the arm and haul her down the stairs into the little space we have. Oh, the dagger's gone?
Can I unsummon them? Be like, hey, fuck off now. Your job's done.
I'm 98% sure you can dismiss them as a free action.
Get rid of them.
And I'm just like, oh, these?
Permanently
Okay, fine.
the new kitchen accessory.
It's a concentration. You just stop
They
concentrating.
are kitchen knives.
And they vanish.
They're not spectral or anything. You just literally made a cloud of the knives from the kitchen that's right the hell there.
You took them, yeah.
That works.
And I'm gonna say there's a dozen people up there and we've lost this ship. We need to do something.
Do we gain it back?
I don't think we'll win.
Do you know, this one we're fighting, is that the head on show? You cut the edge off, you know? Is anybody else? Is that another perception check that we can have a quick...
You're still up there, so...
Yeah. So, am I able to do like a perception check or whatever it would be at this point?
Yeah, you can do a quick... absolutely. That would be, you know what?
Controlling the stairs because I'm a gamer.
A better one to roll is... I would like you to roll the Reverend's Insight. That feels a little more on brand for the moment you're in.
Where is it?
It's under skills.
Insight +2.
Insight check.
He's just drunk as.
He's just He's just having a rough go.
Absolutely. He's just.
Actually,
I vote for a reroll. Come on. That's
trashed. He's
Okay.
absolutely
Please,
trashed. He wasn't expecting to fight tonight. You know?
You have plenty. There's a vote to
Let's
re-roll
go.
that.
Are we re-rolling that
Go
one?
for
Are we
it.
going to see if he's got a little bit in him? All right. If this is
Okay.
just. All right, here we go. Jesus.
That's worse.
the worst. Oh my
Fucked,
God,
isn't it?
that's
He's
what we get
ugly.
for leaving him out there.
Oh, fucking shit happening down here. Oh, God. What was in that beer? Oh, dear.
I regret leaving the top of the deck.
Here's the good news. You're like standing there pondering this. And you can look over to, and she's like, she hasn't moved yet. She's definitely staying where she is. She's maybe even bleeding out. It's hard to say. But the fact that people are still moving with purpose and no one's looking at her makes you wonder if she's the captain, they've got a backup ready to go.
Horrific, worst idea I've ever had. I'm gonna leave my lady and Sadie on the stairwell to sort their shit out. And I would like to ask her, what are you doing here?
You are going to go interrogate the hot one?
Yeah, it's one question.
Yeah, I think that's a good move.
I'm like, here. Was she taller than me? I need to know. How tall was she? She built 6 foot something?
You can if you pull her over, you can do it in a way that isn't easily spotted by
Yeah, that's what I
everyone.
want to do. Can I drag her down into the lower
Actually, I
deck?
take that back. Let me look at the map again here. I'm being stupid.
No, take it down.
No, you're good. You're actually inside that front cargo hold. So
Also, we're hidden.
You are currently hidden.
Oh, because there's doors.
There's doors that the
Okay, cool.
good reverend is looking out of and probably keeping closed.
Oh, me and the reverend. Here we go.
Now, how long you have, that remains to be seen. She spits out some blood. There's always cargo on Imperial ships worth taking. The Queen of the Damned takes everything on these seas.
What do you want?
What do you have? We want it. These are her waters.
I'm gonna, with the reverend at my back, I'm gonna put my hand on my long sword and be like, who is she?
She rules the waters.
That's not what I asked. Who is she?
DM takes a second. DM
Plus
takes a
9 to
second.
intimidation, please.
I'd
like that.
Would you like to roll it? I feel like
Do you want me to?
I feel like you want to roll it
I'm
just
so
to see what
scared.
happens.
No, I'm so scared it's gonna be a 1. I don't want to. Like,
Go ahead and roll it. You've got a +9. You seem to want to roll that.
Do it.
oh my god, can I do it again, please? That was really shit. I really want to be tough. What's the 12? Come on. Who's to say? Anyone?
Okay, that works.
Does it?
Yeah. She's
Okay.
bleeding to death.
Yeah, well.
She probably wasn't
I'm
going to do
pretty
much of
pissed
anything. You've not heard of the Captain Cordelia Armstead, Queen of the Damned?
No,
Oh, that's
look at the
right.
Reverend.
You're new.
I look at the Reverend.
Because you're fine now. I'm absolutely crashed. Oh, gee. I've had your whole
New
rap
to,
about it.
I'm new to what? The sea?
These waters. The Imperial flags aren't seen here. Nor will they be again once everyone aboard is either dead or taken.
You can count yourself in those ranks.
I've been
lady.
dead before. It doesn't scare me.
Can I roll to see if that's legitimate?
Yes, roll your insight on that.
I do have proficiency in insight, but it is only a +2. Oh my god, I know everything. Give it to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She has died.
Wow.
Yeah, she's legit not scared in the least of you right now.
I look at the Reverend and
I think maybe we should kill her again.
I
imagine you
think
can
she needs to lose her head.
Good one. Yeah, maybe that's it. I guess it's pretty hard to come back from the dead when all your bits are in 3 separate countries. Yeah. My general feeling.
You're just going to coup de grace her and be done?
What does she say when I say that out loud?
She doesn't have the strength to pick herself up to fight back.
Yeah, but did she say anything? Does she look remotely worried about the prospect of losing her head?
Absolutely not scared of you in the least. You do.
But is she scared of losing her head?
No.
Okay. So we are cutting a woman's head off.
Okay, so you execute her.
Do we agree? I'm going to put my knuckles out with my stolen ring to the Reverend and just see what happens.
If she's died, is she technically undead?
Doesn't look like she is.
So we don't think she's undead, I was going to say. Because there was maybe something funny that could have happened there. But, okay. We're going to assume that she's just alive again, rather than undead. I think.
Are we doing it? Are you going to...
She talks too much. I'm absolutely... I'm as pissed as in you. I reckon you should really do this one.
He's pretty drunk. All right, I'm going to cut her head off. You love to see it.
Just get rid of it. Oh, dear.
Throw it out the fucking window or some shit.
I need some fresh air.
You ain't going to get it here.
She is summarily dispatched.
Yeah.
You have the opportunity to look out the door. And you can see men are moving towards this cargo space to investigate.
Where we are?
Yep. Which will give you the opportunity if you wish, and I shall assume you do. Nope, not that token.
What in the hell is that?
Hey, the pussy, how's that?
I didn't think it was going to be that big. I was gonna throw a couple of tokens down as they're moving to the door. Yeah, she's dead. She's not part of the picture anymore.
Can we barricade the door with some of the cargo that's in that room?
You absolutely could.
I call my unseen servant and I have him do it. But I also help.
So you're heading up the stairs to help barricade yourselves into this space?
Until we come up with a plan.
Until you come up with a plan.
I'm like moving boxes. I'm like, what's the plan, guys? What's the plan?
What's the plan? And that's a great question that not only do you get till next week to answer, but you actually get 2 weeks to come up with, because unfortunately next week I have to be a teacher and we will not be meeting for a formal game session. But that is like moment to end on, I like to think. You've lost the ship. You've lost Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, easy.
Ship is still ours.
It is.
Did she have anything good on her that I could take?
Like armor.
I mean, have we not had a chance to loot this body?
To have a nice shield as her token.
We do like to check the rings out, don't we?
We do, yeah. We need to know.
Take that armor, see if your wife will look as good in that as she did.
That's it.
Ooh.
As far as gear goes, I'm going to say that there's nothing of particular note that you wouldn't already have access to.
But she's got rings on, right?
Oh, you can totally steal a ring.
Toss one to the Reverend, keep one for myself.
That's terrible.
No, she was bad. She was hot but bad.
Hot but bad. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
At what point in ring collecting does it cease being an unarmed strike and become improvised weapon?
The Reverend already has 5 full rings on his right hand. Seriously, he's actually my Hero Forge thing actually does literally have an impromptu knuckle duster on his hand. Just I don't know if that'll give me a damage bonus or not when I do like unarmed attacks with it, but
If you take Tavern Brawler as a feat.
I'll have to look into that. Thank you. Yeah, you see, I'm learning. I'm learning lots of new ways to, damage people. That's good. But yeah, I do already have lots of rings. And now I'm starting collection on this hand. So I've got both. Nice ring, that. Yeah. Got lots of serrations on it. It's good. Yeah.
So I'd like to think that wasn't too bad for a Rob doesn't want to have to do any work to prepare this.
That was pretty great for that, especially.
So
yeah.
So we are not going to meet on the 12th because, again, I'm teaching, but we are slated to get back together at roughly 8 a.m. Eastern U.S. time, which is 10 p.m. Queen's
Daylight Savings over?
Because Daylight Savings will have kicked in.
Fuck yeah.
So
we should note that in Europe and everyone, Daylight Savings is a different time, so it will be different for Daddy Wisdom as well.
Yeah.
Noon, I think.
This will be noon.
I'm not sure.
Noon
we'll figure it out.
time.
We'll just,
I was assured there
I
would
think
be
the
no
easiest way to
maths.
do it is just
Yeah.
to place what time we're doing it and then say EST and then have everyone just Google
Work it out.
EST to my current time.
Yeah, but then because Daylight Savings is going to kick in for some of us during that time period, it's going to we'll figure it all out. But yeah, 8 a.m. Eastern U.S. time is our slated start. Let's go around the table. Who are we? Who were we? And then I always ask my players for 2 things at the end of every session. I ask for a star and I ask for a wish. A star is something that you liked and you want to see more of. A wish is something you wish had just been different. So it might be, I wish there had been more of this. I wish there had been less of that. I wish this had happened this way instead. We do the wishes off stream and the stars on stream. But I always pressure my players to give me that wish just so I can do better as a DM and take that feedback, because there's always room to grow as a yeah, stars and wishes. Stole it from the classroom. It's a thing we're supposed to do when we give students feedback. It's 2 stars and a wish usually, but we're going to limit ourselves to 1.
For the
And
record, my mod is a teacher as well. which is
Ah.
really excited about that.
Got it. So we recognize it.
Yeah.
So we'll go around the table. We're going to go in the same order we did the first time again. So we're going to kick it off with That Other Pond.
Hi everyone, I'm That Other Pond. You can find me over at That Other Pond, where I just kind of goof off sometimes. And I play Lady Marie, who is the heir to the Imperial throne and just kind of wanting to do things with people without people telling her no. She's over that. But it's a good time. My star for the night was it's always really a little nerve-wracking going into a new D&D game with like people that like obviously I know Les and like I got to meet Daddy Wisdom a little bit, but everyone else I'm like we're all kind of new to each other. But I feel like especially in combat we had a really good flow and worked with one another really well, which is really, really cool. And so I'm even more excited to play with everyone.
Cool. And then we hop over to Les.
Hello. You can find me nowhere because I don't stream, and I never will, no matter what you say. I played Ellis, who's like the human pact knight, and she is the official bodyguard to the heir to the throne, and they're definitely not hooking up. My favorite thing was when we did the last one, and I sort of developed this weird relationship with the Reverend. I honestly didn't expect it to come up in like in a game, and the fact that it did in the last 10 minutes was just amazing. I was like, I was like, there's no shot that this is ever going to come up again, and the fact that it did, I was just like, amazing. I loved it. They're the polar opposites, but they just get it.
Yeah, well, that's what we.
That's two. That's two murders.
Allegedly. allegedly.
Well, who's to say?
I don't know.
By the
what
way,
happened
have
to-
you seen my new ring?
Adam Samuel, we don't know where he is. All right?
We've never seen him.
Never seen him.
Where's that girl's head? I couldn't tell you.
Okay, Daddy Wisdom, you're up.
So my real name's Daryl. Daddy Wisdom. You can find me on Twitch under the same name. Various variety stuff and what have you. And I mentioned doing an awful lot of talk. We do like food talk as well. But very, we just like to hang out and talk nonsense and occasionally play games. So my star is definitely a nod to what we got from Les in terms of that, just that natural kind of busman's holiday dynamic we've definitely got going on. I think that's awesome, I think there'll be more of that just every time we fight somebody, basically. But I think the one I'd want to call out is I think I just really found that just Jenna's terrifying Sadie was brilliant. And again, it comes to the combat flow, because as soon as it went down, you're like, yeah, right, I'm just going to drop this really horrible spell on somebody. You know what I mean? Let's have a cloud daggers, yeah.
Put it in the middle so most people.
You know
can
what I
get
mean? It was just like,
it.
and I just really like the vibe that's coming off that. It's just real proper rock and roll of not like, what to do. It's like, right, it's like bash, right? Somebody's starting something, and that does seem to gel with this kind of ship of secrets, basically. I think it's pretty cool. So that's my call out.
All right, and then over to Snafu Al.
My name is Snafu Al. I stream on Twitch under the same name. Thursdays, I play Warhammer Vermintide, either speedrunning or just casually. On Fridays, I play virtual escape rooms and welcome any help I can get. I was playing as Innis, a half-elf artificer and engine room enthusiast on the ship. And honestly, I think my star goes right back to the pre-game stuff. The asking each other questions and building up the dynamics before settling into the first session is something I've not done a great deal of before, and it really did work.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with how I'm coming out of that with things I hadn't thought of, and pre-existing relationships to other characters that I hadn't thought of for Innis before starting.
Cool. And last, absolutely not least, Jenna.
Jenna Jaggers or Mandalorian. I was playing Sadie, the human bard block who sold her soul to rock and roll to beat the devil in a fiddle contest. And what I really liked was, one, the gelling of the group, like in non-combat as well. We weren't talking over one another, which can be a very large hurdle to get over sometimes, like both as a player and a GM for other games. And also how everyone noted how handsome my duck was.
It's a lovely duck. I think that's something. Can we have the? I mean, again, it's work for Rob, but can we have a picture of the duck in the overlay next time?
I will ensure that the duck is in the overlay somewhere.
And the ship's cat.
I will get the duck and the cat. I can see two spots where we can get him in there.
That's it, because I think we need to be reminded. Basically, it's like that old Simpsons joke. When the duck is not in the room, all the other characters will be asking, "Where's the duck?" You know.
He was in the kitchen the entire time, just fucking.
That's not a good place for a duck to hang out. Frankly,
especially a duck named Comfy.
I almost wonder,
especially with the flying knives.
I'm actually thinking what I might do is I might write up a little mini 200-word short story about what the duck was doing during the fight and throw it up on the Patreon. I know what the duck was up to through all of this.
Yeah.
I don't yet.
I would assume they were quacking encouragement.
I was thinking more like at the end of the beginning of the fight, it's like, hey, where's Comfy? And then Comfy has this little thing that happens off scene and then reappears at the end of the thing, and it goes, oh, there you are, Comfy.
Right.
Very Perry the Platypus vibe.
I need to know more of the deep lore of this duck.
Comfy actually created the cloud of daggers by just flapping so hard and just like uplifting.
That's actually how I give out bardic inspiration through his plaques.
And maybe the duck and the cat put aside their differences in the
They teamed
heat of battle and came together to do a small but important part of the adventure while we were busy trying to bash heads.
They took out more people than we did, actually.
Indeed.
Who do you think locked those doors at the top of the stairs?
Exactly. And my name is Rob, aka Lantern Noir, and I got to be everybody else, which was fun. My star, I have a star, and that is just the absolute effort to not let me kill off the chaperone in the first moment. Like the dedication that he is not going to die. We're going to keep him around as long as we can, when the plan was to like not. And I appreciate that so much. It made me happy. I am going to be back here tomorrow night at 7. There's actually no D&D tomorrow night. We are doing a handoff event between my two groups because Waterdeep wrapped last week. Next week starts Ravenloft. And so we're using a week to just play Jackbox together and inviting everyone to hang out with us and have a good time. So my next D&D game is going to be Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to keep going with the Convergence. Hopefully I'll have time to write something for it between now and then. And so thank you all for coming out this morning and hanging out and being part of our game, because it's always fun to include all of you in all of our shenanigans, because there's always a fun thing that goes with that. We definitely need to send you somewhere to hang out, and I'm a little torn on where to go, but I think what I'm going to do is we're going to raid into Retro Crystal again. I think we raided her last week after our game. She is currently deep into Sea of Thieves. So we're going to keep that pirate theme going for the morning. I don't know how much longer she's going to be on, so hopefully she'll send you somewhere fun after that too. But she also throws you to that side of the pond as well. So if you're enjoying a casual afternoon, she's going to keep you going on that front. So thank you to everyone that came out today and was part of this. Thank you to the cheers. Thank you to, to Levi and to Yaweg for joining the family, and to everybody else that was part of this. We'll see you all next time. Until then, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, stay safe.